to go? All right. The year was 1908, and young Martha stared past the dark expanse of deep water. Her eyes hungrily took in the shoreline that was coming closer and closer into view. Beside her, her father wept. It was the first time she had ever seen him cry, and it meant something. Because on that day, my great-grandmother, Martha Zabinden, and her family emigrated to the United States, and there could be no going back. My life has been a legacy of hard choices and hard work. 6 choices have shaped me, and because of them, I am here today. 2 of those choices were made before I was born by my parents and my family, and they helped set the course of my life. 3 of those choices I have made have refined that path as I have found who I am, and 1 choice I have made recently will help continue the direction of my future. My great-grandmother's choice was not an easy one. They left a comfortable farm in Switzerland for what seemed to be the promise of America, but was instead some worthless land in Utah. But they worked hard, and this hat, one of my great-grandmother's personal collection, is a testament of her becoming a truly American woman, and because of her, I get to be American too. The second choice that was made that shaped my life was made by my parents. Shortly after my dad finished his time in the Air Force Academy, they decided to get married, which meant that spending their first year married would be enduring pilot training. And they decided to start a family. My mom said it was the hardest year of their life, trying to raise a little baby amid all the craziness that came with moving and reassignments. But their love, like my dad's Air Force jacket, was wrapped tightly around their little baby as they tried to raise her, me, to the best of their ability. All right. The first big choice I ever made was deciding to put my heart on paper and enter the 3rd grade poetry contest. Believe it or not, I was a shy kid. I cried when I had to talk to adults. I couldn't look people in the eye, and I was afraid of failure. But I knew that I wanted to know how good I was. So I entered the contest, and when I won and received the 1st place ribbon, everything in my life was validated, and that's when I knew I was born to be a poet, and I was born to be an English major. This is just the case, so don't judge. The next choice I made was really more an accumulation of choices. This is my Young Women in Excellence medallion. This medallion is awarded to girls in my church for exemplary service and 80 hours of developing one's talents. It showed me how to serve others and value myself, and when I received it, it was the proudest moment of my life. I wear it to remind myself of what I accomplished. The hardest decision I ever made came when I was in high school. Sophomore year, I became very depressed. Thank you. And so I decided I had a choice. Do I stay miserable, or do I try something else? This backpack carried me from sophomore year in high school to dropping out of high school to testing into college and becoming a college freshman at just 16 years old. It was the scariest thing I've ever done, but it shaped me. So what's next? Well, the way I see it, where can I go but up? And by up, I mean north. I have decided to go to Brigham Young University for my master's, bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees. The gift of learning has shaped me, and I intend to share it with other people as an English professor. My choices as made by my family, myself, as I found who I was, and for my future, have not only affected me, they have become layers of myself. Robert Frost best summed up my life, though he didn't know it when he wrote this poem, when he said, "I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. 2 roads diverged in wood, and I took the one less traveled, and it has made all the difference."